11 with Escape from LA.
going clubbing no more. We on the seaside, Central Bay.
don't speak anymore. It's not a private conversation for you there.
If you did plead not guilty, I don't think you'd win it, simply because of the fact that you've got 22 previous convictions for burglary.
You denied you were being racist throughout.
He did spit in my face or spat in his face.
See how justice really works.
Plead guilty? Why shut up?
The Briefs, Thursday at 9 on ITV4.
The following is a paid-for presentation brought to you by Pitch World. This is the PaintPad Pro, the ultimate painting system as recommended by Tommy Walsh.
Keep watching to find out how you can get the all-new deluxe set for prepping and painting like an old pro. You won't want to miss this. The reason I'm here today, I want to tell you about painting, and in particular, about this great new product. It's the PaintPad Pro. Now, this is quite unique because it's the fastest way of applying paint to a wall that I've ever seen. Now, I'll show you what I mean. Now, this particular tray has a special roller in it to make it easy to apply the paint. As you roll it over, you get all the paint on the pad, which is where you want it. And there's also, if you get too much paint, there's a little ridge here, and you just use that to take off the excess paint. And that's all you do. Hang on to that. And I'll show you then how it works. Now, this is quick. Like a true pro, you must start at the top. So we'll start up here, and it's just simply very easy. Just go backwards and forwards over the surface. Now, this paper is slightly embossed, but as you can see, it has no problem dealing with that embossed paper, and the cover is pretty good. Yeah. It didn't take long, did it, to do that? That was only one loading as well. Now, you might say, OK, what happens when you get a paper that's deeply embossed, like anaglypta or something like that? Well, you have the same method. We just take the paint and give it one loading, and the excess paint, we just get off on that ridge, and it goes back in, so you don't waste any paint. And again, the same process. We start at the top, but because it's anaglypta paper, we give a slightly different application. It's like you rotate it as you come down. Now, you see how that covers. If you were doing this with a roller, obviously you'd be missing lots of spots, and you'd have to keep going over it. And also, if you was doing it with a brush, you'd have to use it like a stippler, so you'd have to attack it like that. And using both those methods, you would have paint all over the floor and all over you. Now, with the PaintPad Pro, there's only two places you get the paint. On the pad and on the wall, which is where it's supposed to be. It's none on me, none on me hair, none on me face. Very easy to do. Right, now, I can almost hear you thinking, now, what happens when it comes to doing the intricate parts, all the tricky bits? The same method, you load up the pad like this, scrape off the excess, and it goes back into the tray. And then, of course, I'm going to show you on here how it works. I'll lay that on there. Now, see this little point here? That's less than 90 degrees. So that allows you to go into any corner without a problem. And then if we look on this side, you'll see that the pad extends past the tool. So what that means is you can go down any corner and get right into the corner without having to use a brush. And then we come back here, and then you say, well, what about when you're doing next to a skirting or next to architraves? Well, we have two shoulders on the top part of this tool, and that allows us to go into the corner like that